Hello, my dear student, here again with your teacher Karim. So, we are going to learn simple techniques for memorizing extensive vocabulary, phrases, and idioms. We all know that most of the students faces a problem with memorizing. So, the hardest part is memorizing all those new words. It has to be done though. You cannot hope to master the language successfully without learning the word and phrases that make it up. The best way to expand your vocabulary and knowledge of idioms is through reading. Hence, making that list of new words is important. However, watching English movies will give you a bigger knowledge of idioms and phrases. Now, when you build your English vocabulary as well as stock of phrases and idioms, you can disintegrate your learning into two levels. Fundamental level. There are 2000 to 2500 words which are called the foundation blocks of English language. These words are not particularly listed but comprise of each first word for every meaning that you learn to the count. This include certain words like how, why, where, which are not replaceable by another word. For phrases and idioms, the cardinal ones will fall in the fundamental category. The second level, extensive level. Every word, phrase, or idiom with similar or opposite meaning and intent as of the fundamental ones will form the extensive list for a more in-depth learning. Here are some tips for expanding your vocabulary. One word at a time. Do not try to learn the entire dictionary in a weekend. That will not do you any good. Start small. Once you find a new word, incorporate it into your daily use. Spend every spare minute reading. Read, read, and read. Books will expand your vocabulary to a large extent. Pay close attention to what you are reading. If you do not understand a word, use a dictionary to find its meaning. Calculate or the context skills, like we said, the context skills. Usually, while reading, it is easy to decipher the meaning of a word from the sentence. It is used in IE, which means the context. In this sentence, you can figure out that the word decipher means to understand or convert into normal language. If you come across a word that you cannot completely understand before turning to the dictionary, try and figure out what the word could mean. Then you can cross-check with the dictionary to see if you were right. This will build your context skills, and it is important in English because a lot of words are similar and pronounced in the same way. Some words or even have the same spelling but mean something completely different. Practice. Of course, practice makes perfect. Use the new vocabulary you have, or you might forget it before you even get a chance to use it. After learning a word and understanding the context it is used in, make it a point to put a word or that word in your sentences. Use the dictionary. I know I said do not learn the dictionary in a day, but skimming through it and picking out words that fascinate you is a good exercise. Learn these words and use them so you get used to the to context they are used in. Play with words. Play games like Scrabble or Words with Friends or Razzle. These games can increase your vocabulary in a fun way. Ask friends to help you along the way since these games have a competitive twist. You intend to learn new words faster. Even Pictionary is a good game to learn new words since you are drawing the words out. The meaning of the word stays with you. Crosswords. Make it a point to do crosswords every day. They can be a little overwhelming, but with a little help, one can usually manage to complete the whole thing. They not only give you new words as you go through the Torah, but your general knowledge also expands. I think this is a brilliant exercise for learning a language. Write a journal. Start a writing journal where you pen down your thought in English. This way you can practice writing as well. Remember to use the words you learned that day. Listen. When others speak, listen. Observe how native English speakers use their words. Do not hesitate in asking what they mean if you don't understand something. When you learn, listen. You will also learn the usage of idioms, phrases, slang, and colloquialisms. This will make you more fluent as well as understandable. Associations. When you learn a new word, associate it with something so that you have an easier time recalling it later. It could be a color, a feeling, another word, or anything else. Uh, for example, quintessential. Quintessential. One of my favorite words, which means the perfect example of something. So you can associate it with your favorite dish, your favorite actress or actor, your parent. Use these associations to remember the word. Make a list of words. In a diary you keep with you, make a list of all words you come across in a day. When you get home or in your free time, open a dictionary and find the meanings of each word you collected. Learn the roots. Make it a point to learn the root of the word. This is an interesting way to remember the words. Mostly every word in English has roots in either Latin or Greek. It is fun to learn how the word came about. Languages keep evolving, so a word that means something in the 17th century would not mean the same today. Use the word. Again, this point is so important that I am repeating it over and over again. If you don't use the words you learn, you will forget them. Learn to use the word. Make it a habit. Make it a habit. Prefixes and suffixes. English has a lot of words that use prefixes and suffixes. A prefix is a word that is added before another word. A suffix is the other word is a morpheme that is added to the end of the word. So, do it right now. Steps to start improving instantly. Step 1. Pick a subject or a noun. Step 2. Look for words and descriptive phrases in the dictionary which can describe or narrate about the subject. Step 3. Note down the relevant word with its meanings, synonyms, and antonyms. Step 4. Now, using this word, construct descriptive sentences about the subject and place phrases in the right sequence. Step 5. Repeat the process with other topics, objects, and nouns. So, those are truly the best and simple techniques for memorizing words, phrases, and idioms. Thank you for following me. Bye. See you next session.